next level of thumbnails is here. In this video, I'll show you how to make your own amazing thumbnail that moves in under 10 minutes, even if you're a complete beginner, and it won't cost you a penny. Everything is done in the free version of DaVinci Resolve, so let's get started. First thing we need to do is open up DaVinci Resolve and start a new project, right? If you don't have DaVinci Resolve yet, it's completely free to download and arguably one of the best editing softwares on the market. Now, once you're set up, head over to the edit page. We'll come up here and import the thumbnail that you want to make move like this. Now the next step is where I really struggled. Like, how the hell am I going to make this thumbnail move? Grab the image and drop the thumbnail into the timeline like this. Now go ahead and trim it down to 1 second by dragging the red playhead bar to the 1 second mark. And then we'll hit this break button, highlight and delete the rest of the clip. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can do it manually by selecting the first part of the clip and clicking the rhombus over here to fix this position to the keyframe. Then you'll go to the last part of this clip and manually zoom in to the spot on your thumb like this. If the part of your thumb where you want the door swing effect to open isn't centered, you can adjust that over here in the inspector window by shifting the Y or X axis depending on where you want your center point. Now the second option is much easier and more precise, but that'll be in my next pro tip video coming soon. Now here's the trick. If we try to take this thumb as is and add the door swing effect, the motion of the zoom effect doesn't actually show on the Fusion page. It just remains the same image size. But back here on the edit page, it still shows the movement. So the workaround for this, we actually have to render the zoomed in image effect first. So let's head over here to the rendering page. We'll select the YouTube button for quality. Go ahead and name your file whatever you want. In my case, I'll name it moving thumb. And then select the file destination. Then add to render and hit go. Now, once that clip is rendered, we'll go back to the edit page and import it in just like we did the thumbnail. Perfect. So now we have a clip with actual motion registering. Next, we'll place the red playhead bar at the beginning of the clip and right click. Then we'll scroll up and select Create New Fusion Clip. Now, we'll just head over to the Fusion page and make the magic happen. Up next, we need to create a mask around the entire thumb by selecting the box icon and dragging it down above the Media in One node. Come over here to the inspector on the right and click the invert box. Then go ahead and drag the edges of the box to completely cover the thumb image. I recommend zooming in on the corners to be sure everything aligns. You can zoom in and out by pressing Control and using the center scroll wheel on the mouse. Now that we have the whole thumb masked, we need to create the top and bottom doors. To do that, we just need to highlight and select both nodes here, then copy and paste them just to the right of the Media in One node. Now, we just have to come up here and grab a merge node and drop it into the graph on the connecting line. When you see this yellow light light up, you'll know it's on the right spot and you can drop the node in on the graph. From there, just connect the copied Media 1 node to the top triangle of the merge node like so. Now this new node set is going to be the top door of our thumbnail, so let's go ahead and rename that to be safe. You can rename it by right-clicking the node and selecting Rename, or by clicking it and pressing F2. Now with the top node still selected, come back over here to the inspector and deselect the invert box. Next, we want to make sure that we're at the beginning of our clip by clicking the 0 frame marker here. And then we can go ahead and create the top door by minimizing the box mask to fit just the top part of the thumb here. Perfect. Now ideally, this should align all the way through each frame, but let's scan through these just to be sure. If it does shift at all, just simply adjust the box to cover it, and you'll be good. Sweet deal. You just created the first part of your moving thumbnail. I know we're all excited about getting more clicks. How about giving a couple right now with a quick like and subscribe? I appreciate your support. Now that the top door is done, we basically just need to repeat the process for the bottom door. Let's highlight and select the initial media in and box nodes, copy and paste those again, and add another merge node. Now we're going to copy the top door node set and paste in after this node set and do the exact same steps for the bottom door. Again, do a brief check to ensure the box lines up all the way through the timeline. And now that the bottom door is done, we get to make them swing. Let's add some motion in this ocean. Go ahead to the media in node under the top door set and click that. Then we need to add another node into this set by holding down Shift and pressing the space bar. This will show a pop-up box where we can just search DVE. Select the DVE node and it'll automatically drop into your timeline between the media in and merge nodes. Go ahead and repeat this for the bottom door node set 2. With the DVE1 node picked for the top door, make sure the first frame is selected and we head back to the inspector window. Here, we want to push the Y pivot point to the very top of the image, just outside of the screen. So if you look at the center of the thumb image, you'll see a dotted circle with an X in the center. We're just going to shift that straight up from the center by pushing this Y pivot to the right. Once the pivot point is placed to the top door, we have to come back here to the inspector and click this little rhombus to make it red on the X-axis to lock that keyframe into place. Next, we go to the right end of the clip and just push the X-axis scroll until it's just past the 90-degree mark again. Perfect. Now we can repeat the process for the bottom door and we're almost finished. Finally, we have to add this into your intro to create the moving thumbnail effect. Grab a clip to use as your intro and import it into your media pool. Then grab it and drop it into the timeline. And you basically want to place your moving thumbnail right on top of your intro to align the door open effect with your opening line. Boom! There you have the basic moving thumbnail effect. But if you really want to up your thumbnail game, you'll definitely want to check out the pro tips in my next video.